The number of foreclosures in the city have been slowly climbing since the Emergency Eviction and Foreclosure Act expired back in January. So far this year, there have been 286 new foreclosures, according to data from the real estate agency Property Shark.
And a new bill, if passed, will aim to help hundreds of homeowners statewide. As CBS 2's Hannah Kliger reports, it would enforce the statute of limitations for many foreclosures that have stopped and started over the years.
Lyndon Hall bought this Canarsie house in 2007, a first-time homeowner optimistic to find a place for him and his brother's family to live. But shortly after, in 2009, he went into foreclosure.
It was very hard for me to keep up with the payments.
After years of the loan switching hands and litigation in court, his lawyer, Chidi Eze, filed a motion to cancel the mortgage in 2015.
It's been 6 years and nothing is going on, and their time to file a case for foreclosure has expired. So the court granted my request.
But then a curveball. The bank successfully filed a motion to restore the case, got a judgment, and the right to sell the house.
It's not a level playing field. Let's just say that the statute of limitations that applies to everybody else doesn't apply to the banks.
Hundreds of homeowners in foreclosure can be affected by a 2021 New York Court of Appeals landmark decision called Freedom Mortgage Corporation versus Engel. It gives lenders more flexibility in the foreclosure process, especially when it comes to the statute of limitations. In some cases, the clock on that 6-year timeline can be restarted multiple times, dragging the lawsuits on for years.
There are really hundreds and hundreds of cases that, until the Engel decision came down, would have been barred by the statute of limitations under long-standing existing principles.
This year, a bill which aims to provide relief to homeowners by effectively overruling that Engel decision passed in both the state Senate and Assembly. State Senator James Sanders sponsored it. He says the Foreclosure Abuse Prevention Act aims to help by, among other things, enforcing that 6-year deadline.
No one, the financial industry or the banks in one sense, can stop the clock, start the clock, stop the clock, start the clock, whenever they wish.
Now it sits on Governor Kathy Hochul's desk, but supporters of the bill say they don't feel optimistic that she's on board. Her office said she's still reviewing the legislation, but Brian McGrath, an attorney who often represents mortgage lending institutions, is a critic of the bill. He says this will have negative effects on the lending industry and new homeowners.
The risk to a lender if a loan goes into default becomes higher in New York because they will make it far more difficult for a lender to recover on a bad home loan.
The effect of the bill, if it passes, still remains to be seen. For now, both financial institutions and homeowners like Lyndon Hall are keeping their eyes on Albany. In Canarsie, Brooklyn, Hannah Kliger, CBS 2 News.